Hello everyone, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Happy Saturday morning, Friday night, wherever you are. Hope you're having a fabulous morning so far, or day. So today we're doing some mystery stamping. So let's get started with the clues. Now, I have to admit, I may have had a sneaky little sleep in this morning, so I'm sorry for being late. Let me see who's watching us today. All right, if you're watching and playing along, let me know. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's start with our clue number one. Oh, Glenda, thanks for watching. Hope you are playing along. If you are, just type you're playing along in the comments. And so basically, this is a quick, easy card. And it has a couple of extra steps than normal, but you'll think, when you've finished it, you'll go, oh wow, that was easier than I thought. How are you today, Glenda? Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of white or vanilla. Now, as you've probably guessed, that's going to go, sorry, we've got, that might be a bit better. That white or vanilla is going to go on the inside of your card, all right? Then you'll need some scraps. Now these are for your sentiments, so you can, I've got a bag of scraps, which I'll use something out of that. So I've got stuff that is already die cut or punched, and so I've just need a few white or vanilla scraps to do this project. Yes, you're crafting along. Fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, next thing you're going to need is a piece of coloured cardstock. I'm going with the black and white theme today, so my coloured cardstock is black. Technically not a colour. That's good to hear, Glenda, that you're not bad. That's funny, the rest of the world are going, what do you mean that's good? Why isn't she good? Such an Aussie thing to say. All right, so then you are going to need half a piece of A4 or letter, if you're in the US, cardstock cut in half lengthways. So this will be 10.5 centimetres by 29.7 or 4 1/8 by 11 5/8. Then you're going to need another piece of the same coloured cardstock. Hey Glenda S, thanks for watching. Now this is 4 inches by 3 1/8 or 4, but you can make it 4 inches by 3 1/4 if you wanted to. It's not going to, oh, you can only watch for a while, but you're going to watch the replay. That's perfectly fine, Glenda. Glad you could join us just for a little while. Then we're going to have another piece, and this piece is a square 2 7/8 or 2 3/4. Use whichever that you want to use, okay? Then we're going to have a piece of designer series paper. Now I haven't decided which side I'm using. I think I'm going to use this side. And this is 4 inches by 5 3/4. But you can make it 4 inches by 5 1/2. Just depending on what you want to do, how much of a border that you want. So you can adjust it later on as you're crafting, all right? Goodness. Well, My watch is giving me all these different alerts. So you need to be on mystery stamping. All right. You'll also, you also need some scraps of your coloured cardstock as well. So I've got a little teeny scrap and I've got this isn't really a scrap, but it is an offcut. So I'm just going to put that to one side. And the next piece of designer series paper, which is a different pattern, will be 3 3/4 by 3 inches. And this one, the last one, will be 2.5 by 2.5. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's going to be the same. All right. Okay, so you'll need your stamp set as well. So today I'm using a brand new stamp set that's coming out in the next catalogue. And it's the sentimental framing. I was able to order that on pre-order. So I've got that one. Then you're going to need, if you're using dies or whatever to cut out your sentiment, so you just need a sentiment, okay, for this stamp. You're going to need some ink. I'm using my Memento ink that I've actually put in my, an empty white, Whisper White case. So I'm using Memento ink. Then you're going to get your adhesive, and you'll need dimensionals, okay, for this. If you're using, you'll need your bone folder. If you're using a ribbon to decorate, you might want a bow maker. Any blocks, your paper trimmer maybe. That's if you need to cut something down, but if you're confident, that's fine. You take your pick tool, okay. I always say you need a ruler just if you want to make sure that everything's in place. My husband just brought me up a cup of coffee. Isn't he lovely? I love this cup. Sorry, I'll just show you my little cup. And have we, oh, okay, hang on, I'll take a sip. Isn't this a beautiful cup? It's got a little wren on the inside and he's made a beautiful coffee for me. So I'm very lucky. All right. Oh, okay. Thanks, Glenda. I'll talk to you soon. All right. If we're ready, if you've got everything for clue number 1, let's get started today. Okay. Hey, Leanne, thanks for watching. Are you stamping along with us today? If you are, I've just been through clue number 1. So the rules are, if you're stamping, once you finish the first clue, you type done in the comments and we can move on to the next clue. I will be doing this off camera, so I'll be definitely timing it. So if no one types done in the comments, I'll actually, when I think that I've given enough time, I'll move on to the next thing. So don't worry if your internet keeps dropping in and out, because I know some people, because of this wet weather, have been having internet issues. All right. Oh, you just jumped on. Well, there's still time, Leanne, to craft. Just, I'm sure that you'll be able to come and play. All right, let's get on to our second clue number 2. Okay. So we've got this, our biggest piece of cardstock. It's pretty simple. You're just going to score it at the halfway mark and fold it in half and burnish the fold line with your bone folder. And you would think that I would have a bone folder up here. Oh, I do. Oh, your internet's been spotty today. Oh, yeah. We've had lots and lots of rain. It's a beautiful day here in Brisbane today. Well, right at this very second, I'm looking out the window and it's lovely, lovely blue skies. Hang on, let me see if I can show you. You'll see our dirty window, but let's have a look. See, look at all those beautiful blue skies and the trees. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, back to stamping. All right, so clue number 2 is score your coloured cardstock at the halfway point on the long edge, which is that one, and fold it in half and burnish with your bone folder. So that's a pretty quick and easy step. So if you've done that, type done in the comments. All right. Now, if you're just joining late, I can always go back and show you the clues, or you can just watch and craft along later. All right. Okay. So, Glenda, I'm thinking that you're done because I can see that you're dropping out. Oh. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you got your order today. Oh. We'll wait, Leanne. Okay. Oh, huge order. Oh, I haven't put in a huge order because I'm saving my money. All right. Okay. Glenda's done, so we're on to the next clue. So then you're going to take your next size designer series paper, which is 4 inches by 5 3/4 or 4 inches by 5 1/2, depending on where you are, or 5 1/4. And you're going to stick that onto the front of your card. So I'm not supposed to be showing you. So my videos keep stopping playing, so I can't watch along. Okay. All right, so you're going to stick this piece onto your card. Okay. You can stick it on with adhesive, Seal Plus or whatever you have, or seal or glue. No, if you wanted to distress the edges before you stuck it on, you've got time to do that really quickly. I'm just going to do that on mine. I've had an issue with, because it's been so wet, and I think you'll find this too, Glenda, that paper hasn't been cutting smoothly. It's sort of got so much moisture that it's tearing. And I'm sorry, I don't have my mic on today because someone was a bit stupid and completely forgot to charge their phone last night. So the place where the mic goes in, I've actually got on my charger so that the phone doesn't go flat during our Facebook Live. Because I was so excited we went out. Yeah, I know that sounds odd, but yeah, we went out for our wedding anniversary, so it was exciting to go out. And I completely forgot to charge my phone. So you've done that one. Oh, can you write what clue number you've done? Sorry, Glenda, I know you've done the clue number 3. So let's go. How are you going, Leanne? Did you clear a spot? And do you need me to go back over any clues? Yeah, you're having that same problem? Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? So, like a lot of my cards that I've made this week have got distressed edges because the paper has been tearing, so you can probably hear me distressing my edges in the background. All right, so clue number 4. The smaller piece of cardstock, which, smaller piece of pattern paper, you're going to adhere that to your other cardstock layer with adhesive. Oh, you took screenshots, so you're okay? That's great, Leanne. So this is a quick card, even though we're doing it as mystery stamping, because, and it's, what I love about this card is it is just easy, right? And it's a good way, because I know all of you have got lots of pattern paper that you've bought, that you've got smaller pieces of, and you need to use it up, or you want to use it up before the end of the catalogue. So this is a nice little layout. We could start a new trend, Glenda, yeah. Okay, we could do. All right, so next one, we're going to adhere sorry, Glenda, I forgot to ask if you were done. I'm sure you are. We're going to adhere the clue number 4, which is that bit, to the card front about 1 inch from the top on the left-hand side. Now you can choose how you do this, or how where you put it is completely up to you, and in what direction that it goes is completely up to you. So you might flip it 90 degrees. All right, so you're going to pop that on the card front. Okay, I would pop it flat, but it's up to you whether you want to put it on dimensionals or not. But remember, we've got other layers that are going on as well. This is where your ruler comes in handy, if you've got a ruler with 1 inch measurement, or if you've got grid paper. And I say about 1 inch, but it might not be 1 inch, you know. I don't even know. It's funny, I talk in inches for card making, but if you asked me how big 1 inch was, I really couldn't tell you. Maybe about the width of a bone folder, if you want to have it, if you want to be a bit more precise. Okay, so when you've done clue number 5, type 5 and done. Okay. Yep. All right. So let's move on to clue number 4. So we're doing it's pretty easy so far, isn't it? Not a hard one. Okay, with the other designed pattern paper, which is about 2 inches by 2 inches, but you can trim this. Oh, sorry, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I don't even know why mine isn't that size. Or you can make it 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. It's up to you. And you can trim down your black mat as well. And you're going to, sorry, it's had a bit of a delay there. I got a bit excited. And I think I might have wrote the wrong measurements in the clue. Oops. I did. I have to recut mine. So we're going to do the clue number 6. So we're just going to stick that together. And then when you finish, type 6 and done in the comments. Now, when I say you layer them, you don't have to put them on straight. Remember that also. Most of us, especially me, are obsessed with putting our layers on straight. But if you want to make it crooked, you go right ahead, all right? You're allowed to go rogue. I won't get upset. And I'm pretty excited actually today because I am going to a craft de-stash market after my Facebook Live. Well, it's actually a sewing de-stash market. I don't sew, but, well, no, I tell a lie. I have sewn one thing recently. I used to sew. All right, and so today we're going to a de-stash market. I'm picking up my lovely friend Jan, and we're going to go and have a look at some material because she's a sewer. She's a quilter. So, okay, so now we're going to put this onto the bottom of your card about an inch from the bottom. Now, you can decide whereabouts that's going to be, and you can decide whether or not you're going to do that as a flat layer or on dimensionals, however you like. Okay. So, yeah, so I am pretty excited about going to the craft de-stash market. One of my girlfriends who was going to be there is not there because she's out at the market's out at Summerland Camel Farm, which is out near Calbar. And so she's hanging out there because the market was supposed to be on last weekend and they delayed it. So, yeah, so I'm going to miss her today, but I will see her probably next week. No doubt I'll get lots of cookies from her when I see her. So when you've finished clue number 7, type 7 and done. Right. Now, the second time I'm making this card, it looks completely different to the first time I'm making it. Because I actually followed my instructions. And so you're going to see a rogue version and a real version. All right. So when you've done clue number 7, just type 7 and done. And we'll get ready to move on to the next clue. And while I'm sitting here, I'm just colouring some butterflies. And I've managed to get ink all over my fingers. So I'm hoping that I don't get it on my project. Okay, we'll move on to clue number 8. So now you're going to do some stamping. So you're going to grab your scrap piece of white or vanilla and you're going to stamp your sentiment. As I said, I'm using the Sentimental Framing stamp set today. And I'm using the small Thinking of You. Now, if you're like me and you've got lots of little die cuts already done, this is a great time to use those up. Mystery stamping is perfect for using up these. Look at all these. I've got all these shapes that I've already cut. So I'm going to see what shape I'm going to use and go from there. I probably won't use a circle. Oh, I could do. I think I probably won't though. So type your sentiment and with your paper snips or your trimmer or your die or your punch, cut out your sentiment. I think I'm going to use this circle. So you can hear me rattling around here, sorry. Now, when I thought about doing this card, I thought, oh, I'm going to use I'm going to do it in black and white because then I don't have to think. Well, you know, that's not quite right. You actually have to think a bit harder because you have to think about, well, what colours are you going to go, like what colour embellishments are you going to use, and how are you going to tie it all together. So it doesn't end up being as easy as you think it was going to be. Okay, so when you finish stamping a sentiment, just type 8 and done. Sorry, I'm still here. I'm playing along too, so I'm just concentrating on cutting at the moment. So what else has everyone got planned for the weekend? Leanne, what have you got planned for the weekend? Oh no, you're playing with your new Stampin' Up goodies, I bet. Yeah, I've got a play date with one of my demo friends tomorrow and I'm really looking forward to that. Well, I believe it's tomorrow, but I'll have to double check with her today. Because I love it when you have a demonstrator friends who have completely different tastes to you, and so when you get together you usually, not always, but usually have different stamp sets to play with because they bring their stamp sets and you have yours and you play. All right, clue number 8 is done. So then, remember before I said you needed some scraps of your coloured cardstock. This is where they come in. And you are going to need those so that you can make a matte layer for your greeting. So your matte layer might be the same colour die shape. Well, you're taking a class tomorrow and teaching one on Sunday. How good is that, Lamb? That sounds like fun. I did my class yesterday and I've got one on Wednesday. And sorry, Duffy Dog is going a bit nuts because we have something's getting delivered to our neighbours, not to us. And she doesn't like it when they get things delivered. But it's good to have a dog that lets you know when someone's around, but it's annoying at times as well. Alright, so when you finish clue number 9, just type 9 and done. So, are you going to do mystery? You could do mystery stamping at your class. That'd be fun. I'd love to see what you come up with. Ah, that's why you're taking a card class, because, okay. Yeah. Well, lots of demos take other demos under their wing. So I have a few people who are orphans or whose uplines aren't active and they come to things with my team, or their uplines are interstate. That's really hard. It's really nice when you can find someone that you become good friends with through stamping. I've met so many people that I would never otherwise have met, and people who are in different social circles to me, and different and it's just really nice to meet other people through stamping. And good demos will always give another demo a hand. All right. Clue 9. If you finish with that, just type 9 and done. I'm just finishing mine up. It's good that you found a good friend that can help you. And sometimes though, we need to also give our uplines a little bit of grace and go, well, I wonder why they're not challenging me. And wonder what support that they're getting, because sometimes things aren't what they seem. And I know for a while my upline and I didn't, we weren't great friends, but I'm very lucky that before she finished as my upline we renewed our friendship, and I'm very, very grateful. Well, that's good that she's linked with Kevin. That's really lovely. Kevin's fun. All right, so clue 9 and done. Oh, almost close to my heart. Well, you'd learn lots from a close to my heart, people. I've got a close to my heart person who left Stampin' Up, went to close to my heart and came back to my team. And I just adore her work. She's so clever. And so it challenges me as her upline to do something a little bit different too. All right, so now we're going to clue number 10. We're going to put our greeting onto the front of our card, so it's overlapping the other layers. Okay, so this might be a bit of a challenge for you. It might be an easy thing for you to do, of figuring out. I think the hardest part sometimes is figuring out where your sentiment needs to go. And you also need to think about whether or not you're, when you're putting your sentiment on, where your embellishments are going to go also. So that could be a little bit tricky for people. So when you've done clue number 10, just type 10 and done. Okay. And my two cards are going to be complete, like I did an American size and I did an Aussie size, and my two cards are completely different. And I mean absolutely, completely. Okay, so when you finish clue number 10, just type 10 and done. Yeah, so Glenda, I hope you've got something good planned. Will you see your daughter who celebrated her birthday this week? And this weekend I'm also delegating some of my admin work to my husband. I'm excited about that because admin is not a strong suite of mine, and there's a few things that I need to get done, and I'm on a time frame because before Facebook deletes all of my YouTube videos, so I need to get that done sooner rather than later, and I don't have enough hours in the week, so my beautiful husband is going to help me, and yes, he already knows that. Alright, so if you finish clue number 10, type 10 and done, and we'll move on to clue number 11. We've got 2 clues left. Actually, I'm not completely delegating my admin to my husband, but he is going to help me because I have to do a stock take of my craft room as well. And I started, but it didn't get very far because I found all this fabulous stuff that I didn't know I had. And you know what happens when you find fabulous stuff that you didn't know you had? You play with it. Oh, on Wednesday, she was 52. She's just a baby. All right. Oh, I left clue number 12 downstairs. Oh. Did I say to add that? Clue number 10, you've got to add that to the card front. All right, yes, we've done that. All right, clue number 11, you're going to put your basic white into your card on the inside. Now, you can stamp that or do whatever you like. And when I say to people no naked insides of their cards, what I mean is if it's a coloured piece of cardstock as the base, you're going to put a piece of white inside at the very least, and if you can stamp it, that's even better. All right, so at least somewhere they've got somewhere to write, so it looks finished. If it's a white card base, I would always say stamp it and yeah, make sure that you've got lots of, or you might stamp another sentiment on the inside or something like that. But just don't, if it's just a plain white card base and it's not a coloured layer, put something else on the inside. I hope that makes sense. I just feel like I'm babbling today, but that's all right. You know, you guys know me. You know I'm chatty. I'll talk to anyone. Just ask my husband. Drives him nuts. We go to the grocery store and it takes 4 times as long because I've chatted to everybody along the way. And I know that when we were on stage, they were waiting, my friends were waiting for me, and it probably took 40 minutes longer than it was supposed to for us to get anywhere because I was chatting. All right, so once you've done clue number 11, type 11 and done, and then we'll move on, and I'll tell you what clue number 12 is, but I think you'll already know. So, but you can guess in the comments if you think you know what clue number 12 is. And I wish I could find where that clue number 12 sheet is. Oh, you've already celebrated her birthday. She needs a whole week celebration, Glenda. Yeah, I had 4 people I know who had their birthdays on the 1st of April. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. I know someone I went to school with, his birthday was the 1st of April, and no one ever believed him. They thought it was a big April Fool's prank. Oh, Leanne, did you see Kevin's April Fool's prank? That was just gold. Loved it. He needs to really see about getting that stamp set made because it was awesome. Maybe when he's $1 million achiever, he'll get it made. All right. Okay, so if you've done clue number 11, type 11 and done. And then we can move on to clue number 12. Well, you loved it. Wasn't it great? Our friend Kevin Thiessen, who was the first male Stampin' Up demonstrator in the world, he created his own stamp set for April Fool's Day. And it was classic because it had all of the Kevin sayings and, yeah. Oh, she's working every day. Oh. Okay, so clue number 12. Can we guess what clue number 12 is? Anyone? Clue number 12. If I could find it, I would show it to you. I didn't bring it. I did print it out because I looked at it before I came upstairs. Okay, so if you haven't guessed, clue number 12 is to check if your project needs anything else. So if you want an embellishment or if you want some bling, some die cuts, this is it. Clue number 12 is the time to add those. All right, so I'll give you a moment or two to add your bling and your embellishments, and then we'll do the big reveal of my 2 versions of this project, and hopefully you like my versions. Because I like them. I guess as long as I like them, it doesn't really matter, does it? No. I would like you to like my versions. But everybody has different tastes, so I'm not going to get too hung up on the fact that other people might not like my card. Yes, that's right, Glenda. Bling it is. So add that bling to your heart's content. And I can't wait to see what you created today. Now I'm using my bling is the Basic Rhinestones Jewels today. So that was just because that's what's here in the studio or in the office or whatever you like to call it. It sounds much nicer to call it a studio than an office, doesn't it? And a studio rather than a craft room. Now, oh no, I got an ink booger on my project. Oh, don't you hate that? Now I've just got to add extra bling. That's a shame. Well, maybe I can add a bit of ribbon to cover that up. Now, I don't normally work in black and white, but this project is definitely a black and white with a splash of colour. So when you've finished clue number 12, which is adding the bling and any other little bits and pieces you need to do to finish it off, type 12 and done, and then we will do our big reveal. Oh, that bit of bling doesn't like that. Isn't it funny how sometimes the bling will stick everywhere else except that one spot on your card where you want it to go? I think I've just pressed my bling through the other side of the card. Now I just need to cover up my ink booger, and then I will do my big reveal of my 2 cards. And the ink booger isn't even on the card that I am doing now. It's on the previous card. So that's a little annoying. All right. So what's coming up this week? So I just got a message today from my sister-in-law who lives in North America, and she is reminded me that 3 weeks from today, as in Saturday, she'll be seeing me for the first time in 2 years. So I am super, super excited about that. And she's bringing her son and her husband, and I've never met her husband's children, and so she's bringing them, and we're spending a week together in Florida. So I am so excited, and I haven't seen her son for years and years, since before COVID. So he will have grown up significantly since I saw him last time. All right, so Glenda has done number 12. Leanne, you're still playing along at home, are you? I don't know. Well, you've done screenshots. All right, that's right. Yep, so I'm super excited to be going to spend a week with them. And they're flying in from New Hampshire. So it's a big, big flight. And it's a big ask to ask someone to go that far, but she offered, so I went yes. Alrighty. Okay, so that's our mystery stamping for today. Let me show you my project. So this is the Australian version. Move that out of the way. So this is my little Aussie version. So it's a black and white card. So this paper is an online exclusive. And the butterfly is a die cut that's in the, it's a die cut embellishment that I had. There's a whole pack of them. I don't even know what they're called. But anyway, that's pretty cute. Often I don't know what they're called. That's why they never asked me to do anything on stage, because I wouldn't know what anything was called. Anyway, so that's my little card, the Australian version. And this is my US version. So as you can see, the US version is considerably shorter and considerably wider. All right, so same instructions. yeah, so they are my cards and they're black and white versions. You could do them with other colours and you could make it so bright and happy. I just wanted to try and just have a black and white with a bit of a pop of colour. I think this one needs more embellishments on it. Actually, I've got one more of that one. I could add that on. Well, I thought I had one more, yeah. And so I use the glossy dots on this one to cover up that ink booger, like the big ink booger. It needs another one because we need to have 5 embellishments on it, not 4. Looks odd with 4. So I'm going to just pop this one. Oops. Now, don't know if that's going to work. I'm just going to pop this one here. Right, just give it a bit more colour. This one needs some colour on it too. So I'm thinking we'll go with some... I don't have any more of that pink, so we'll just pick another colour that's going to fit in with that. So we'll go for some purple ones. So these glossy dots are retiring, so you might not be able to get them. So I'm going to put the little purple glossy dots. No, I'm going to use blue. So I hope you like these cards. I just am thinking it just needs a little bit more. So we're going to use the pool party ones, another contrasting colour with the black. You could use silver or you could still use your basic rhinestones or pearls or something if you didn't want to add in any new colours. So, and because I have lots, I wanted to use these up because I'm not going to be able to use them. Well, I can use them. There's no rule that says I can't use anything that's retired. But I want to use them up. So I'm just putting 5 on there to just lift it just a little bit. And all the scraps. Oh, you did the American version. Well, that's really good, Glenda. Yeah. So, same instructions. And look, they look completely different because I changed the way that, like with the American version, I ignored that 1 inch from the bottom sort of thing. But yeah, completely, they look different. Same elements to them. But I think they're fun. So, hope everyone liked today's mystery stamping. I'll be uploading it onto YouTube. Well, no, Steve will be uploading it onto YouTube over the next week. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment and tell me if you like this mystery stamping project and tell me what you'd like to see. And if you've stamped along, please share with me the project that you made. So that's you, Leanne and Glenda. I want to see what you make. And yeah, make sure that you, and you can either share it by sending me a photo, putting a photo in the comments if you're on Facebook, or tagging me, The Creative Eclectic, in a Facebook post or in some other post, Instagram post. Oh, yours looks completely different, and that's okay, Glenda. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm glad you like it. I was a bit worried about this paper. I think they look very, very dark. And with black and white, I don't usually like them to look grungy, but I think they've almost got a bit of a steampunky sort of feel to them. So I'm happy with that. So anyway, everyone have a great weekend and make sure you fill your cup over the weekend by doing something happy for yourself. And I will talk to you on Tuesday night for Facebook Live. And until next time, happy creating and bye for now.